Shalom. This week, Parashat Metzora, the Torah speaks to us about tzarat, leprosy. A man wakes up in the morning and discovers that his body has all these covers of not so beautiful marks, and it hurts and it scratches, and he goes to the Jewish priest, the Kohen, which inspects, is this a real tzarat or some sort of a different sickness? And if it is leprosy, then the Kohen must send this Jew, this person, outside of the camp for 7 days, where he has to think to himself and come back as a purified person. And we ask the question, this seems like a bit of a big punishment. Everybody in the neighborhood would know that this person spoke Lashon Hara, and therefore he's outside of the camp. Tzarat, leprosy, is due to a sin called Lashon Hara, speaking bad things about another Jew behind his back. There are many, many conditions and many books written about it, but let's just speak about the most simple example. A person spoke bad about someone else, now he gets leprosy, he's out of the camp for 7 days. It is almost impossible to avoid speaking Lashon Hara, because we all, so many times we say things that we don't want to say. They come out even without thinking sometimes. Very hard to control it. That is why we tend to think that the punishment of being 7 days out of the camp must have been something that probably happened once in a long time and it's a big punishment. But I think that maybe it happened a lot. And it's not such a big punishment, because people know that if this person is outside for 7 days, when he comes back, if he does tshuva and he becomes a better person, then maybe this is not really a punishment. This is an opportunity for him to think about what he said, think about his words that come out, the words that come out of his mouth, and to hopefully do tshuva, and as I said, become a better person. I remember one time I was playing piano in one of my lessons. I went to my teacher, my piano teacher, and I said to him, look at this amazing piece, well, amazing, like a nice piece that I was working on. And as I was playing it, my teacher said, stop, what are you doing? And I said, what do you want? This is great. No, I'm feeling adrenaline. I'm feeling that this is me, this piece, this piano piece. And he said to me, wait. And he took out his metronome and he started to do this. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And he started to count. And as he started to count, I suddenly noticed that when I played the piece with a metronome, it sounded to me like I was totally out of pace. And for his ears, it sounded terrible the way I played, even though for me it was okay. Therefore, I had to start working with this, and performing with a piano, you have to know what the pace, what the right pace and beat should be. Same goes with what we speak. Sometimes we want to speak so much, we want to just say things, we feel that we feel good about what we're saying, but often you have to stop and take this little metronome that maybe the teacher, in this case the Jewish priest, the Kohen, gives you, this metronome, these 7 days outside that you can really think about. I remember one time in Israel, I had to go to Miluim, I had to go to the army in the middle of life, in the middle of school. I had my kid, I had my child, I had so many things on my head and on my schedule, and suddenly to go for 3 days to the army to volunteer. And I went, and I remember being at the bunker, basically guarding this bunker full of weapons. And I remember that was suddenly, it was time for me to think. And after the 3 days, I came back with so much strength, and my wife was asking me, what happened to you there? And I said to her, suddenly Hashem really fixed me some time and scheduled me some personal time with Him to think about what we're doing in our life, to think about the metronome. Are we on the right pace? Are we going to the right direction? Let's hope that this week's parasha teaches us all to stop and think, and hopefully think about what we're about to say before we say unfortunate things that we regret later on. Shabbat Shalom.